On the Sports Hub of Joe Murray. We got 2 games tonight here on the Sports Hub, so I'm with you for about a half hour. I'll be with you pregame and then during intermissions for the Bruins and take you right up until Celtics pregame tonight. So I'm here all night, and then the Celtics will take you probably until midnight tonight. So the phone number is 617-779-0985. I'll try to get you guys in. If I can't, sorry, we'll have to try tomorrow. We do have a full show this Friday night. There's actually back-to-back days of both teams playing, which doesn't happen often. But just a couple of things I wanted to get into. Yesterday, we had an instant reaction to the hiring of Josh McDaniels as the offensive coordinator for the Patriots. A couple of things I wanted to bring up. I didn't like the hire because I felt like it was too comfortable. I would like the Patriots to be just a little bit more uncomfortable and actually do a real job search. I would like that. It's not a bad hire. I do want to throw that out there. It's not a bad hire. Like, clearly, this guy's had success here. He's had success with young quarterbacks. And if that is the reason why the Crafts or Vrabel or the Crafts and Vrabel or Vrabel and the Crafts, I'm not sure yet on that one. There's reporting out there, but, like, I don't know who to believe. So you all are just going to believe whoever you want, and I'm just going to have to just go with it, right? That's what we do here. I give you my opinions. You have to deal with it, so I'm going to have to deal with yours too. But just to throw this out there when it comes to Josh McDaniels, it's not a bad hire. My opinion is I don't think the personalities of Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels will work. That's my take. That's my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. It's just where I stand on it. But I do want to give you actual fact. I've had a night to think about it. Really, Josh McDaniels has had only success with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. This is the first time he will be a coordinator with the Patriots without one of Brady or Belichick. So, has Josh McDaniels won 6 Super Bowls? Has he worked with quarterbacks? Has he done a damn good job? Yes. Has he ever done it without Brady and or Belichick? The answer is no. That's a fact. That's a fact. So, let's be fair. Tom Brady went out on his own, won a Super Bowl without Bill Belichick. Check. Bill Belichick now can barely get a job in the NFL and had to go to college. Let's see what happens. Let's see if he gets that opportunity. And let's just also throw out there that teams are still looking for a head coach, and it's still possible for him. So we'll do incomplete on that one. When it comes to Josh McDaniels, when he was with Brady and Belichick, he went to multiple stops. Whether it was the Rams, whether it was the Broncos, whether it was the Raiders, he failed at all of them. Those are all facts. You know this. It's really hard to talk to people about this, and I'm not sure why. But this is the first time he has a chance to prove he can do it without them. So although he's had success, although he has a great resume, Josh McDaniels, now has an opportunity to do that without them. Vrabel giving a lot of credit for hiring Josh McDaniels when it comes to this move, to the hiring of Josh McDaniels. Vrabel's been given a lot of credit. You just heard coming into the show, Mike Giardi, Boston Sports Journal, says this was a Robert Kraft hire. I heard Adam Schefter somewhere today say this was 100% Mike Vrabel's hire. So I don't know how to stand on that one. I don't know. People will tell you if you did your research or if you used AI, you would know that these two have been linked for a long time. So for those who agree with that, let me give you a couple of things on it to back you on it. Josh McDaniels this offseason, without a job, getting paid by the Raiders, did a lot of extensive search when it comes to college and their offenses. And where did he do a lot of those? Ohio State. Where did Mike Vrabel go to school and where did he once coach? Ohio State. So for the people that are on the side of Josh McDaniels and Mike Vrabel really are the team that wants to work together and the Crafts weren't involved and it was a Vrabel move, there you go. There's at least some breadcrumbs to follow on that one. I'll still stand by it. I think that their egos will get in the way. I really want the Patriots to be successful. It's very good for the show. It's very good for this station being the flagship of the New England Patriots. And by the way, I am the host of the postgame show, so it's been really hard talking about the actual football on the field. There's no doubt about it. The Patriots have beefed up their coaching staff. This looks better on paper than anything that we saw a year ago. And quite frankly, there's a lot of expectations here for the team to be better than they've been in the last 3 to 4 years. And we all know that since Tom Brady has left, the offense hasn't looked the same without Josh McDaniels. So I'll give you all that. But I am curious what Josh McDaniels can do now without Belichick around or Brady. That's a fair take, and I think you all have to be at least open to the idea that he can struggle to that. But he does have Drake May. He does have a quarterback he's never worked with like this. There are a lot of positives. If you like Josh McDaniels, this guy's got nothing to lose, right? He's getting paid from the Raiders. He'll make some money with the Patriots. But he's got a lot to prove, and that's my whole point. Tom Brady went to the Bucs, picked one of the worst organizations, and won a Super Bowl. And it's talked about constantly. It's also talked about what Belichick has done without Tom Brady. I think now it's worth at least talking about Josh McDaniels. Can he do it with Drake May, inheriting Drake May and having success? A lot of the Patriots' future success rides on this. So I understand why a lot of people are backing the move and like the move. But there are some things to consider here. Can he do it without them? I'm going to bet on having Drake May that he will have success. I will. Having Drake May, I think he will have success. I didn't want the Mike Vrabel hire. I wanted a young up-and-comer with no relation to the Patriots. Things are starting to come together. The coaching staff has been decided. Vrabel's the head coach. McDaniels is the offensive coordinator. Jeremy Springer is going to be the special teams coordinator. And they bring in Terrell Williams today. Terrell Williams, who is the former assistant head coach with the Titans, spent a lot of time with Vrabel, has been with the Lions as their defensive line coach over the last couple of years. He's well respected across the league. I mean, a guy that preaches violence. So, this is a Vrabel influence. It's a Vrabel pick. We know that for sure. My question was, if he's so good, and the Lions are losing both of their coordinators, how do they just let him go? How come the Lions didn't make him the defensive coordinator? It was the relationship of Mike Vrabel that brought him here. I think it's a good hire, but at the same time, it's a former defensive line coach that's now the defensive coordinator. For all the people that are critical about you don't want someone that's their first time doing this, this is what's happened. It's Mike Vrabel backing the guy he's close to call plays. So I just want to be as consistent with this as I was with Gerard Mayo and the defensive coordinator previously, who now I can't even remember his name, Skaz. Covington. It's been 17 days and I couldn't remember DeMarcus Covington's name. By the way, they did hire a new strength and conditioning coach. I just want to... Gerard Mayo's brother's not here. I haven't heard anything about that. I'm still waiting for the tweet for Bill Belichick. Congratulations to North Carolina. I'm still waiting on that one. Anyways, it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade. If I haven't said that enough, it's an upgrade. Will it work? I think egos can get in the way. I also wonder if Josh McDaniels can do it without Brady and or Belichick, because he never has. And I feel I have the right to do that. The Patriots are following a blueprint. I want to get into that coming up in a little bit. Where did the Patriots rank last year when it came to defense? How can Williams help? And the AFC has become very interesting. The Jets have hired a new coach. Is the rivalry on? Jets, Patriots, Vrabel on one side, Aaron Glenn on another. Two guys who love to talk trash. Two good football players, by the way. Now both head coaches for their former teams. I want to get into that. We're here until 6:30 tonight. I'm Joe Murray. You want to call in? I'll certainly take your calls here. We'll hear what Skaz has to say. It is a copycat league, this NFL. And I'm now looking at what's going on in the AFC and the future. We'll get into that coming up here on the other side. I'm Joe Murray here until we take you up until Bruins tonight versus the Devils right here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub. It's Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
People need to stop the crap and just realize that, like, Josh McDaniels is damn good at what he does. You have a rookie quarterback. There's nobody better that you can put in him into Josh McDaniels' hands. There's nothing you could do better for him. So just cut the crap and go talk about the Celtics and like a mutiny on the Celtics.
There might be.
Yeah,
that's what the Garden Report is for.
Is that the Green Teamers are for? Sorry there, John Zandis of CLNS. That was Greg Bedard. I'm sorry. Again, his colleague at the Boston Sports Journal yesterday said that it was a craft hire. Just to be clear here, because people said I didn't do the research or the homework or use AI. I'm sorry. Do you want me to put up AI? Hey, let me do that. Okay. Boston Sports Journal, Greg Bedard, Mike Giardi. Okay, great. So Mike Giardi says this was a craft move. Greg Bedard on CLNS with John Zanis says, cut the crap. Go complain about the Celtics, which I feel like I've heard somewhere before. Can't remember where I heard that from before. And then Adam Schefter says it 100% was a Mike Vrabel hire. So, I don't know where to go with this one, Skaz, anymore. There's a lot of reports out there right now. I don't know who to believe. Just again, for the people who really like the Josh McDaniels move, I don't want to crap all over it. I wonder if the egos, I know what, forget about it. I'll take egos out of it. That sounds bad. I wonder if the personalities of Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels could maybe clash. And do I need to remind people about the ending of Josh McDaniels in Oakland? What did they do? Were they smoking blunts? I know it looked like cigars, but to me, those were blunts, right? They were happy. I mean, again, I understand Josh McDaniels was the head coach because we don't want to separate what he did as a head coach because he's been such a good offensive coordinator with Brady and or Belichick. I'm going down that road again, Skaz. Just, I'm trying to be positive because people think I've been so negative about this hire, but I just want to speak in fact because, again, another report out there was Josh McDaniels doing college work, learning how the college game and maybe how he can fine-tune it. And where did he learn that? It happened at Ohio State.
People need to stop the crap.
So we got people need to stop the crap. It was a craft hire. And then Schefter comes in and says, Mike Vrabel absolutely hired him. And then other people will tell you that it's a great hire because he has helped young quarterbacks left, right, and center. I think that's the quote. I think I saw that from Tommy Curran. Whatever. Mike Vrabel's here, everybody. Josh McDaniels is here. As much as they wanted to move on from Bill Belichick, unfortunately, you're going to get the guy that was his offensive coordinator to help him win championships. And the other guy that played for him that I think used to talk a lot of crap to him. So, the Gerard Mayo stuff's all over with now. They're ready to move on, and they're going to bring in a guy that's a defensive coordinator that's close to the head coach, and it sounds very similar to last year to me. It's hard not to think that. So I'm just going to stay positive on it. But what I do like is this. I think the AFC East is going to be more interesting now. I really like the Aaron Glenn move for the Jets. And when I look at the AFC East and their coaches, Sean McDermott's one win away from going to a Super Bowl. He's a defensive-minded coach with a hell of a quarterback in Joe Brady. That's the offensive coordinator who, it's funny, Josh Allen says he doesn't talk well about Brady because he doesn't want anyone to take him away. But just look at the AFC East coaches. McDermott, McDaniel, right? Still in Miami. Tua, at least has been to the playoffs. There's Mike Vrabel, the defensive-minded coach who was formerly with the Titans. And now there's Aaron Glenn. I mentioned this before going in the break, but between Aaron Glenn and Mike Vrabel, these were two really good players. I believe Vrabel was all-pro once. I want to say Aaron Glenn was a 3-time Pro Bowler. Both have had multiple stops elsewhere. The one thing that I really liked about Aaron Glenn is he was a scout first, then became an assistant, then became a coordinator. So we actually want to check all the boxes about a head coach and how deserving is he to be a head coach, Aaron Glenn has absolutely nailed it. Vrabel mentioned also had multiple stops as a player, was a college assistant, and then became a head coach. Mentioned the trash talk between these two guys, but they were really good players. And now they're going to bring that dynamic to a new team, a new system. But the AFC East also has 3 defensive-minded coaches. Only one of them are offensive. One of them is a tight pants guy. Buffalo's 1 win away from the Super Bowl. I'm curious how this all shakes out. McDaniel has Tua. You look at Allen with McDermott. Josh McDaniels gets Drake May. Well, who does Aaron Glenn have? Well, it looks like Nick Caley might be one of the names for offensive coordinator. How about that? How about Josh McCown? When the people say to me, hey, Joe, if you don't like the Josh McDaniels move, who do you want? Well, the Jets are going to interview those guys. I love the dynamic. Jets, Patriots, I need it. If Buffalo's going to be good with Josh Allen continuously for the next couple of years and Miami's just going to wonder if Tua is healthy or not, give me Vrabel, give me Aaron Glenn. And now this brings up another thing. Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Glenn's going to have Aaron Rodgers stay. I want Aaron Rodgers back in the division. I think he's a putz, don't get me wrong. But I think it'd be outstanding to watch these two go at it. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be good. And I'm waiting to hear more stuff out there. The last thing I wanted to mention, because we do have Bruins hockey coming up against New Jersey in a little